Sure thing. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, so
Hell
Azakil busts
yeah.
into the room. All right, anyway.
Sweet, let's take him. We got him. We can do it.
Ah,
Cool. I roll it back 6 seconds and tell everyone that Azakil's about to bust in.
Damn it. Fuck, I got owned.
Where is your god now?
I don't have one. I got
Dead with Kelemvor, duh.
That's true.
Just roll it back 6 seconds. Hey,
I
Azakil, how you
forgot
doing?
about that.
Pretty good. Oh, fuck.
Just feeble-minded, my fucking deity. Oh.
Yeah, who would ever think to feeble-mind a deity?
Apparently growing.
I forgot all about that.
Well,
Until
let's
right
just-
This motherfucker in the party, that's who.
Everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna fight Kelemvor," and then Groin's like, "No, we're not."
Well, yes, but
was-
no.
I was 100% willing to die in that fight.
I could tell you were like, "I am 1v1 in Kelemvor like right now." The rest of you fuck off. Listen,
It's like that meme of I paid for the whole speedometer, I'm gonna use it. I paid for my whole character sheet. I'm gonna use the spell.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so official D&D voice. So the last time that we
That was
played,
good.
which was yeah, I know, right? The last time that we played was a long fucking time ago, friends. It's been I think almost 2 months now or something since we last played.
Been too long.
That's the answer.
Yeah, too long. So the last time that we played, you guys confronted Kelemvor, the god of death himself, the judge, the executioner, the guide of souls. This dude was a member of the council, and he was also apparently controlled by some kind of strange entity posing as Nyarlathotep. You defeated
Well,
Kelemvor.
He is now dead.
He is now the god of
Splatter.
He's the dead god.
No, he's
fair,
the
God of
splatter.
Jack shit.
God of death, technically speaking, kind of.
Right? Yeah, no, he's definitely the god dead. Now before rather after you managed to kill Kelemvor and basically just destabilize the entire realm of fate itself, you teleported back away to Saloon's home on Mount Celestia.
Okay, baby.
Yes.
Interesting fact, by the way, we've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time.
Who? What?
Saloon.
Oh yeah, no, it's supposed to be Saloony or Saloone, but no.
Yeah.
They should have put an A at the end.
It's got an
Should have
accent.
goddamn E.
Even the French don't pronounce that E. And the French pronounce everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm just now imagining a French pronunciation of the way we say saloon, and it's glorious.
Saloon. Anyway, Saloon. That's where we're breaking into Italian territory here. Anyway, so you defeated Kelemvor and then found yourselves in Mount Celestia within the realm of Saloon, the goddess of the moon, and Lily's what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Power
Lily's
mommy.
deity. Lily's power mommy.
Let's be real. Lily's basically a warlock.
I mean, she really is. Oh no, Spirit, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why is Discord a dick?
I don't know. It just keeps cutting out at the wrong moments.
Oh, do I need to adjust anything?
I think it might be my internet, but I honestly don't know.
Oh, okay. Give me a second here. There we go. All right, so yeah, you find yourselves in the Palace of Saloon, and you kind of rest for the night, go off to separate rooms, and get a good night's sleep. Best night's sleeps. Any sleep in Soul is a wonderful sleep. And then wake the next day, and you all find yourselves kind of in the main hall. Saloon has already woken, though she doesn't necessarily sleep.
I was about to
Yeah, she doesn't exactly sleep, no. Saloon, however, has kind of exited her chambers for the day and assumed her position on this kind of throne that's thronged by rings at the top, almost like a planetoid, like a gas giant, and then there's little tiny floating moons and stars all around her. And as she sits there, she picks up, as you're all kind of now gathered in this chamber, she picks up this tiny crystal, and she's, "Is it time to call them?"
Hey, Lily.
Hmm?
Since we have an expert on the realm, should we summon her before or after everybody's here?
Alright, so it's been like a
River.
month or so. River?
Yes, I'm referring to River, who came out of your head.
Okay.
Who is literally from Arm.
Yeah.
Would-
Yeah.
Be an expert of the, hopefully, of the entity that he ran into.
Yeah. Well, isn't everyone here already?
I don't believe she's here.
River is with Triss.
Yeah, we'd have to pull her with a gate or something to get her here.
Oh, so we want to summon. You're asking if we should summon River.
I'm asking if we should do it beforehand or when everybody else here, which is the other gods.
Nah, fuck it. Let's summon her now.
Okay. Make sure to send a sending to her. That way she's not surprised when she's pulled.
Nope, I had no warning. I cast Gate.
Oh.
You cast Gate? You summon River?
Yep. She's our
Okay.
deity, so she can't say no.
She can't say no. You are correct. This is an interesting. Okay. Yeah. As you kind of trace the sigil for Gate and watch it spin really quickly in a clockwise motion, then stop. And what session episode is this? And how long have we been playing? Oh, geez. Oh, God. Heather can tell you what episode it is. We've been playing since March of 2018. No, might be 2017.
Okay, we are on
2
episode.
years?
No.
It's 2017.
Yeah, it's 2017. It's been over 3 years.
This episode number is technically 26. I mean, not 26. 64.
64. Wait, how did you get 26? Yeah.
It's
It was March 2018. I still have the
March 2018? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Because
still
it's when I
3
moved
years.
to Texas. That's right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we're coming up on the 3-year mark. Yeah, so we're looking at what fucking 64 sessions over the course of let's see, March is
2.6, like 60%.
Hold on. Let's call it this divided by 64. Let's see, 135 divided by 60. 64 divided by 135. 47% of our Fridays across the last couple of years have been D&D Fridays. Anyways.
Nice.
So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, you turn around, trace the sigil for Gate, and you watch it spin, and then the center of the sigil suddenly reverses and kind of turns counterclockwise. The sigil in the center, turning counterclockwise, expands outwards, and you watch this kind of singular little planetoid appear in the middle of it that turns slowly into this silvery mist, and it expands into a gate. You watch spilling out onto the floor in front of the gate is River, currently clad in this kind of leather, like leather smock, basically, like a cloth top over this boiled leather armor. And she is currently looks like she was in the middle of cooking, as she has a cast iron skillet in her hands, and there are several eggs and some like beans off to the side and like a biscuit sitting in the pot. She's got like a full English breakfast in this thing, and she's just looking at it like she's like saved it. She's laying on the ground right now, but it's not still cooking.
Question. Is there anything on the stove?
There is no stove. You've summoned her. You've pulled her.
See through the portal, right?
Oh, you can see through the portal. Yeah. There's on the stove itself. No, but off to the side of the stove, there's a bottle of wine.
Okay, neat.
You
I
can't.
reach through, turn off the stove, and then drop concentration after coming back.
You step through and unload the coal and the wood from the bottom of the stove really quickly, and then you grab the bottle of wine.
Lily, the
No.
fuck is
Okay.
wrong with you? She could have
What
been
the
taking a bath.
Right, this is a little
Well,
fucked.
she
Okay.
wasn't.
Look, I've been summoned to places before, but I've never been pulled through anything like that. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, and you came out of my head. We're even now.
Ah, shit. Fuck.
She's not wrong, and that's pretty fair.
Do you have a fork or like anything? She like touches one of the eggs. It's like bubbling hot from the cast iron skillet, still being too hot. She
I
can't pick it up.
I cast great bonfire. There you go.
Great. Yeah, sure. Okay. She like takes out a dagger and starts.
In the middle of this fucking deity's hall, you just drop a bonfire down.
At least
So-
it won't burn anything.
You watch Saloon. Saloon has just this face plastered on, like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, you pull River through, and she kind of glares at you, but after what you said, she's like, yeah, okay, fair. Goes back to cooking her eggs. So, why am I here? What are we doing?
We need your expertise. We're about to go into a meeting, and we think one of your entities is corrupting gods here.
Whoa. I'm not experts on gods, nothing like that.
No, it's one of your entities that is on the other side to Aram.
Like
I don't remember.
Like, slurps an entire egg down.
I know as a player what it is, but I don't know
think
if
our characters know. I think that was something that was
No,
discussed last session.
he was the only one going to Aram. And
Yeah,
that's where we
but-
think we picked it up.
Yeah, but we don't know what the out of character. We as like our characters don't know about the Tree of Ong.
No.
No, we don't.
Okay.
So yeah, River. She's like slurping down an egg, and she's now like munching on a biscuit. So you got
So
what's it?
Kelemvor
Yeah.
was working with the Darak Co.
Okay. And what about the Dirt Co?
Well, Kelemvor is dead now, and he was corrupted with
Oh,
a
A red dot seed thing with
yeah.
black stuff that would literally latch onto anything, including a mage hand?
Okay. Hold on.
And roots and stuff.
I've gotta get some clarification. She like puts her pan. She's like looking for a place to put the pan. Now she finally just sets it down on the ground. Okay. Oh no, not the internet. No. Yeah, she sets the pan down on the ground. Stands up, kind of dusts her hands off. So you're talking about like a black sludgy like tree roots, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Lily, Oz, you've got a sample of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably
File.
destroy that whenever you get the chance.
Can't run tests on something that's destroyed.
I trust you, but I'm talking about Oz because his body is metal. I think
Oh,
it
look
might
at-
break.
No, look at him. Look at him. Look at Oz. Look at him. Now
That's-
he's perfectly trustworthy.
Yeah, right. Also,
You haven't seen the
that's
shit I've
racist.
seen.
Do you
Are you a race though? Like
I mean,
I didn't have to ask it.
I made you, so well. I made your body rather.
Okay, whoa. Somebody has a
Whoa.
god complex.
Well, no.
There's a lot
That's
happening
the
here.
one with a god complex.
I was just thinking that.
You legitly keep saying you're going to become a god, and you are a god, and
Oh,
everything
no.
else
I've never once said that I've become a god. I said that I am a god.
that you are a god.
Is that not a god complex?
It is.
Hmm.
How am I not a god?
So
That's
you're
not what
saying
we're
it's
talking
not a
about right
complex
now.
if it's true.
Now, is it a god complex if he's actually a god? That's the real question here.
He isn't a god.
No, then it's just fact.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm on with you on this one. I don't know what they're talking about.
Scientific law.
Yeah, I mean, I like the scientifics.
It's
But when I was gonna say,
scientific
is it
law.
racist if there's only like one of your race?
Yeah, you can still be racist towards anyone, you know.
But does he have a race?
I don't know, but prejudice exists in singular formats and is recognized by mental models as a pattern in any human being or person.
But he's not.
Eve's face is matching Saloon's. Like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
Saloon
going
at
on?
this point, Saloon at this point is just like leaned at her. She's just got an arm on the arm of her chair, and she's just like supporting her head, just watching, just like So, big, oozy roots. Not real familiar with it, but there's some stuff happening over in this one place called Erdholm in Arnhem, and it's old oozy roots there. He's called the Tree, and he's like taking over that place, and he's pretty bad. He like corrupts people and all that stuff.
But could it corrupt a god?
Which place?
It's called Erdholm. It's like this little island off the western coast of Mivenin.
But could it corrupt
I
a
wouldn't know
god?
what that is.
Corrupt a god? I don't think so. I mean, it shouldn't be able to. It's a fucking tree.
Does this tree have any other names? Is it just the tree?
We just call it the tree, as far as I know. It's one of the supposedly. It's one of these things called myths. They're not real gods or anything, but I think they're about the closest we have to gods.
Wait!
Really. What?
Didn't I cast legend lore on this root?
I don't remember.
You-
It's been a long time.
I'm
Yeah, you
fairly
did.
certain I did.
And Ren said something along the lines of, "I'll send you info on it later," or something like that.
Might have. I don't remember,
Did
but
I?
possible.
Great. Okay.
So wait here just a second.
Mhm.
What, this whole spell you guys cast, the words plane shift.
Yes? What about plane shift?
You need something native to where you're trying to go.
Yes.
So, a plane and something outside of our crystal sphere are completely different.
Yep. So crystal.
So you couldn't use that to get to Aram? Points to
No.
the tree root.
We could probably use her. Points
Now
to her.
hold on.
I
don't
thought
think
it
you can.
said object.
She's technically an object in a spell.
Are you objectifying me? No, listen.
I think we could probably just use a hair off her head.
You can't get to Arnhem. You can't get to Arnhem like that. There's a reason I had to come through your friend's head here. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Spirit.
I literally asked a question and the internet was like, nope. Fuck it. I'm gonna retract that question.
You won't be able to get to Arnhem with any kind of spell like that. You gotta open a gate. You see, it's a different kind of gate than this one. She points to the one behind her.
You mean the one's not there anymore?
Oh, you closed it. Okay. Yeah, she points to the one behind her, and then it's not. She has no idea it's not there. All right, but it's like you have to create this connection with some kind of. It's like magical. It's like a magical syrup. Like we've all got syrup inside us, okay? And all of us have that syrup flowing through us, and it's magic, okay?
Are you
Are,
talking about
are you hungry
blood?
because you're comparing us to syrup?
No, it's not. It's not blood. It's like a. It's called what's it called on your place? Back home, it's called aether, but I think you call it phlogiston here.
What?
That's not
Right?
a thing. That's not a real word.
Are you talking about
That is a real word.
mainstream magic?
The weave.
Is
Yeah, the weave, that thing. It's the
that's
weave's
not a
like.
word.
Yeah, no, with a 7, you're like, you're pretty sure phlogiston is a made-up word. Yeah, the weave. The weave is what, like, controls the phlogiston, but the phlogiston's where the magic comes from.
I wouldn't know. I swing
I have
sword.
22 intelligence. I feel like I should know what the word phlogiston means.
You know what the word phlogiston means. Phlogiston is a real word and it has an actual definition. But in
Cool.
this context, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
What does
With an
what does
18
the word mean?
Okay, so phlogiston is a separate element. So you know how there are like supposedly, like 4 or 6 elements depending on what like historical stuff you read. Well, there was the one element called phlogiston, and it is the essence of combustion. It's effectively the thing that the energy would come from.
So it's kind of like neutrons and electrons and shit like that?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
discovery of atoms and fission and fusion and stuff like that actually is what
Elements
caused
and what
phlogiston
regards?
theory to,
Elements in what regards? Like what elements are you referring to?
like, you know how there's like earth, wind, fire, air, and
Oh,
then
okay.
sometimes there's
Yeah.
also aether is usually referenced as a 5th
Yeah.
element in like
Yep.
Chinese mythology, etc.
I'm out that our roles have been perfectly in line with.
No, it's great. Eve's like, well, phlogiston means explosions.
Groin and Oz are just.
That's definitely a
great.
metaphor.
So
just
That's
making shit up.
definitely not a real word.
It's not real.
you need.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
I mean, basically, you've got to tap into the life energy of some individual creature on the other side. You can also get there through something called the Aether Gate, but nobody's found the Aether Gates, as far as I know, so... Don't know. You supposedly can use that to travel through crystal spheres, but we all been looking for that for a long time, and it ain't anywhere.
Mr. Saloon, would you know where this Aether Gate is?
Sorry, I almost dozed. The Aether Gate.
Apparently, it's a thing.
You just kind of watch her. She just kind of stares off into space, just watching one of the moons for a second.
Is she about to make a check?
She is.
Can I guidance the god?
You can guidance the god. Can I guidance this deity?
She can technically guidance herself.
Yeah, she can concentrate
If a
on
god
infinite
guidance
spells,
is
so.
in themselves super guidance, and it's like a extra D8.
No, I'm gonna miss it.
No, it's just a D4. Just a D4. She can just cast it as many
She
times as
can
she
what
wants to,
now?
and it stacks. Anyway, all right.
So I can't guidance the deity.
I just said you can.
You
Oh
can.
shit! I had to do it.
All right. You like walk over. You're like, wait.
The way Lily posed that question was like
Wow.
Nemo when he's like, "I'm gonna touch the boot or whatever."
Yeah.
I mean, she does have to touch Saloon, which is like, is this like heresy to do?
You approach and you're just like, I don't know what to do, and she's like, here, and she bends down and just kind of presents her hand. Which, keep in mind, she's gargantuan, she's huge.
Yeah.
And she lifts you up into a little like space with all the planetoids and comets and stars around her. And
Oh
what do you see? What do you see on this one? I don't see it. She's just for a second.
I feel like
No,
you did.
I'm afraid I don't see anything called the Aether Gate anywhere.
I know someone who knows about gates.
Well, I mean, we're about to have a literal meeting of the gods, so you can ask him then.
Is he?
So should I call it then?
Is he gonna?
Hold on.
Son of a bitch!
She looks at you, Groin.
I mean, I was gonna say probably, but then I point at Lily. She said to hold on, so I think she has something to say.
She looks at you, Lily.
I'm reading something. Hang on.
Oh,
Sorry.
I like
So
to
you
imagine
weren't
Lily
saying
actually
No,
No,
has
no,
a
no.
book
Like,
out, right?
Lily's like
Deity.
sitting here, like You know, like when like the fucking show Jimmy Neutron when he's like brain blast.
God.
having
Fucking
a thought.
Carl Weezer. Oh, that's the best character in any show ever. Jimmy Neutron is my favorite anime.
Jimmy Neutron was a good cartoon. Like that was
It
the
was
golden
alright,
age of
yeah.
cartoons. Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents.
God, Fairly Odd Parents. Oh.
Yes, please.
Question.
Alright. Answer.
Aether gates.
Mm-hmm.
These are the flow of some energy between crystal spheres. Is my understanding of that correct?
There is something between the crystal spheres, yes. It is the phlogiston. The phlogiston is... It is the essence of life. It is what brings life and magic to a world. Without phlogiston, there can be no life, no magic. Nothing.
So, are these alive in a sense?
In a way, yes. It is kind of a secret of the gods, but... And she kind of like uncomfortably looks around for a second. The phlogiston is how we ferry souls from the mortal plane into ours.
Oh. Okay, so then, if it's out of character, does it count as a creature?
The phlogiston? No.
No,
The phlogiston
the
is
Aether
like
Gate.
gravity. Oh no, the Aether Gate? No.
Okay.
No. The
Alright.
Aether Gate is a disruption of phlogiston stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the phlogiston is a force of nature, like gravity or electromagnetism.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. My thoughts gone.
Okay. I will call the meeting then. And she takes the crystal and she kind of squeezes it between her thumb and her... It's fucking midichlorians. It literally is... Midichlorians, no fucking joke, are literally stolen from the idea of phlogiston. They literally are phlogiston. Anyways, she takes the...
But are they sand?
I guess they're not Oh no, don't even get me.
Can I
hate
touch
sand.
these orbiting planets?
Huh?
Can I touch these orbiting planets?
You take your hand and run it across one, and you feel the rough texture of this like moon that is now just kind of rushing past you. It's not rushing, it's gently floating really, but I mean it's still moving at a decent speed, and you kind of feel it just rush across your hand, all the different craters and impacts, and you're not even sure if this is like a real moon that she's just like borrowed from space or what. And shrunk down to a much more manageable size. Each one of the moons is like palm size for her. They're as tall as you are, actually a little taller. So they're not small to you, they're just small to her. And then there's like little stars that are twinkling around, and a comet shoots past you, and you like try to reach up and jerk your hand back because it's moving very fast. I'm not sure if that would hurt or not. She takes the crystal between her thumb and forefinger on the other hand and smashes it. And this chime rings out, and you hear this kind of melodic, ascending series of notes as these chimes just continue going, like the... God damn it, I hate myself. Like the NBC logo.
Side note, just because I'm never gonna remember to tell you guys this story otherwise, the Dallas Cowboys have a you know those like little xylophones you would play as a kid.
Yeah.
That has a couple notes on it. NBC actually gave the Dallas Cowboys a xylophone that all the notes are the NBC, and it's in their heritage boardroom. You can actually like go in and play it. It's pretty fucking awesome.
That's incredible. These chimes ring out for a moment, seeming to just be a series of ascending notes before they finally become this kind of overwhelming melody, this layered melody on melody on melody that finally drowns itself out and just becomes this roaring of bells for a moment. And the room darkens. And you see, stepping from many of the shadows are the members of the council, all 31 of them. They surround this massive chamber, which her great hall is yeah, okay, that's fine, Spirit. Her great hall is probably like at least 200 feet wide and probably a good like almost 1,000 feet long. Like this thing is a football field long. And as many of them step out, they kind of all step out from around the throne, so they're all within a good 60 feet of you or so. Many of them appear in just these magnificently huge avatar forms. Some others appear in smaller forms, and you see one deity that really, I think the only one here that would recognize it is probably Lily. Is basically is like this shifter, and you see them kind of every time that the contrast of the light hits them, and like any increase in light or decrease in light, their form seems to shift to another face.
Which
I've
god
read
is
American Gods. I know this. Of
Uh,
note, I lean over to Lily and. Are we supposed to go stand by our god? I don't know what to.
Lily's up on top of the
Yeah,
chair.
Lily,
Planets.
Oh,
Lily's
sorry.
in Saloon's hand right now.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and Eve, to answer your question, you can roll a religion check. She's a little unknown for the most part, but she is part of some of the pantheons. So.
Okay. Vision.
Mhm.
19.
Good enough. Her name is Lyra. She is the goddess of illusion. And you see these 31 deities kind of appear around you. I guess 30 because Saloon was already there. Many of them step forward. You see Shandakul and Jurgal kind of step out of the same area. You see Scotty appear, and she's also got Thor with her, and what is the other dude's name? Oh my god, it's just been too long. Hold on.
Heimdall?
It was the bridge keeper, right?
Tyr.
Yeah,
Yes.
Heimdall's bridge
Oh,
keeper.
it's Tyr.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tyr. Yeah, Tyr. And then Heimdall kind of appears off to the side later on. You see Loki. So like the Norse gods are represented. Odin is on the council as well. You also see Thoth, the god with the least followers on the council. Fewer followers than Oz. You see.
Poor guy.
I know, right? You see Shantea, the goddess of agriculture and farming. And Saloon finally says, "This meeting of the council has been called. Our plans should be discussed openly here." And you watch, there are the entrances to the Great Hall. You didn't notice it happening, but they have all been completely sealed shut. There's not even doors there anymore. And where there were doors, there are now not solars. What's the lesser angel? Planetars stationed as guards around each area. Luna, by the way, you do see Luna. It did emerge into the Great Hall after a little while. So let's see here. That would be.
I thought she ported in here with us.
She did.
And then we rested.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
And
you
she's a
rested.
child, so she rested a little longer.
she's technically a planetar now.
She doesn't sleep actually, but yeah.
You don't have to be sleeping to rest.
This is true. This is true. D&D 5e actually makes that a real rule in the rules. Anyways, okay. Yeah. You watch this kind of elven, very handsome elven man. He's got kind of like more tan skin, looks a bit close to a wild elf, but he could be a sun elf or a moon elf. You're really not sure. And he's dressed in these kind of fancy. Oh gosh, no, not the traveler. He's dressed in these kind of that's Artagan, very different person. Very fanciful clothes and this graceful way of walking and speaking. And he steps out into this kind of circle. They've now formed this like council circle. And you're not quite at the center of it, but it's kind of formed around Saloon's throne with her at one end of this kind of circle or oval shape. And he steps forward. It is a surprise to be summoned today. I thought we would be waiting longer. And one of the gods speaks up, Helm, the god of protection. Waiting does nothing for us. We should strike now while we have the advantage. Saloon kind of lets them bicker back and forth. A couple of gods speak up and are very opinionated. Not as opinionated as 2020, but still opinionated.
They're opinionated? What?
Right? It's almost like they represent abstract concepts to a core. Gasp. And then finally you see one god or one deity step forward is this woman with these long flowing robes. She looks very, at first she looks almost creepy, and then as she steps into the light you see that these long flowing robes are not shadow but almost like mist, and she bows to the council. I request that we discuss what is important and remember why we are here. The council meets not to fight, but to solve problems. She looks to all of you. Welcome, champions. I am excited for you to learn everything today. She looks to Saloon. Mother, it's nice to see you. She steps back into the kind of
What?
circle of gods.
Wait, what?
And Saloon just gives her this kind of tiniest of nods. I have called you here today for the last meeting of the council.
Yo, dog, can I make a religion check?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make a religion check. Come again, Big Fudge?
Can I argue that I have advantage and or guidance?
You won't need
because-
advantage.
Oh, okay.
I will say you have advantage, so go for it.
Neat.
Can I argue
Okay.
for advantage?
Natural one.
It's a 19, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Groin, sure. Advantage.
Oh, yeah,
because you're in the
I
middle of the focus.
Hey.
God
Well, 1d4. That's a 34.
damn. Okay.
Literally rolled
Um,
the same thing as me.
Yeah.
That one.
God fucking. Yeah, this is what the fuck is her name? Hold on. I've gotta go look through this. Her name is Sune. Sune. Pretty close to Saloon. This is the goddess of love and beauty, and she calls Saloon mother. You know that a lot of Saloon is kind of like one of the greater deities. A lot of gods call Saloon mother,
okay.
especially lesser goddesses.
Okay.
So-
I was reading too much into it. Got it.
Yep.
To be fair,
Lily's like
we all
bristling
did.
for a second. Saloon does have a daughter though. Anyway, so her daughter's dead.
Rip.
Rip. Saloon kind of addresses the council. I have called you all here today to address our final point and set the final step of our plan into motion. As a kill, while a threat has been contained somewhat. But before we set this plan into motion, and she looks to all of you, and before we trigger this event, there are things to discuss. My champion has brought up something very important to me. Someone, and she looks around the room for a second, has been playing with time. Be it on this council or not. We know that time is the purview of no individual. But we all know the taboos. There was one among us long ago. A goddess of darkness and loss. An embodiment of grief. She pulls out more yarn. God damn it. she pulls out this symbol, kind of from her robe, and you see the symbol is this black circle. Within the center of the circle is a pair of eyes surrounded by 7 stars.
You said 7 stars?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This is the symbol of Saloon. She flips the symbol around, and it becomes this black circle, just a singular black circle with a slight white edge around it, and then the border of the circle at the edge. So it's just a circle within a circle, basically.
Is out of character? Is that sharp?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I had a sister at one point. These circles make a paradox. They do. I had a sister at one point. The goddess of loss. She sets the symbol down. One of the gods, one of the deities. It's this would be actually, funny enough, Thoth. Thoth, you hear him just kind of gasp off to the side when he sees the symbol. She sets the symbol down. She was erased from time. Not thoroughly enough, and she kind of looks around the room a little accusatory almost. You see her eyes do fall on one figure, this cloaked figure that has kind of this, not a shroud of darkness around her, but there is like this kind of, the light around her is a lot darker than the rest of the area, but she's wearing a cloak and you can't see her face. But you see her eyes fall on that individual for a moment, and then you watch her eyes kind of cross the room. And she gives a couple of accusatory glances, but nothing definitive. I believe that this tragedy is what has set in motion the events that we are committing to today. The creation of the council, the release of Azakil, even the assault from AshWinter. These are all events that could have been prevented, but were not. These are events that could have been foreseen and were, but whichever deity decided to erase my sister did not have the right, I suppose, to make that choice. This is something I thought I would bring up. We know the rules. No one plays with time. She brings up another symbol. Another symbol from her coat, her robe, and you see the symbol of Kelemvor, the anvil, be presented. One of our midst, you will notice, is missing today. Kelemvor was slaughtered last night. She looks down to all of you. There is a gods do not die often, and there is a reaction from some of the gods. A handful of them gasp in almost like, imagine your airy noble types, and then my, and then others are one just kind of spits off to the side. You see Helm just, and who killed him?
Oz steps forward.
So
We-
water's not quite accurate.
Technically, we all played a role in it.
As Oz steps forward, he steps up to the group, Helm does. And you can just feel this heavy presence. The closer he gets to you, it feels like gravity is just locking you down. And he approaches you, and you, as he's probably 30 feet from you, you feel just, it's like a blanket is around you, and it would be comfortable if it wasn't just so tight wrapped around you. It's like you're being protected to death. And
It's the world's heaviest weight blanket.
Yeah, it's like the heaviest weighted blanket is around you, and he kind of squats down and looks at the group. His face is bigger than all of you put together.
You
And as
doesn't
he
seem
squats
afraid. She
down,
just waves.
he looks at the group. You're the one that killed Kelemvor.
Yup.
You might want to listen to what they have to say about it.
He was
He looks up to the
corrupted.
saloon.
Agreed. Corrupted. Jurgal and the Raven Queen can attest to that, because we summoned them whenever we had Kelemvor's chest exposed.
He kind of grunts and he stands back up. You feel that presence recede. Let's see. There is a man steps forward. He has this large flamberge across his back, and he has like 5 or 6 swords at his hip. He has a warhammer hanging from his other hip. He's heavily armored, and you can see his hair is, instead of normal hair, it's just flames. And as he steps forward, what corrupted him? What entity would have such a power?
I guess Lily holds out the sample that she has in the vial.
Running theory for me is it was something in Aram that corrupted him.
There's like mummering off in the background.
We asked River here, who's from Aram.
Hi.
Closest thing possibly with black ooze, stuff like that, is something called the tree.
Yeah, so don't know much about it. It's a big scary thing. It's killing a whole bunch of people. It's really all I know about it, honestly.
And that it corrupts people.
Yeah, it kind of corrupts them. It like gets into the heart and replaces it with a seed.
That's exactly what happened to Kelemvor.
Great. Yep. Nope. That's definitely him. That's definitely it then. Fuck. So you're telling me that an entity from another plane of existence
Crystal
managed to...
sphere.
He looks down at you. He looks down at you like he's just seen you and you are a beetle in the driveway, and he's like, do I crush this one? He just kind of looks at you for a moment.
Important distinction.
From another crystal sphere. And it corrupted the heart of one of the most powerful deities in the council?
Yes. And it's parading around as Nair, I believe.
I looked it up.
Another like wave of murmurs among the council. Another god steps forth. Let's see, hold on.
And we have Luce, who was also corrupted by that same entity. And whenever Lily locked him away, he turned into a big corrupted tree that we fought like years ago.
See another god step forward, and she places a hand in the center of the flaming hair god's chest, which you know that is Tempest. He is the god of war. Specifically contacted Chanticleer. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that. Thank you. Yeah, so she kind of places a hand on the center of his chest and pushes him backwards. She's heavily armored, but not like it's like a medium type of armor. You know, it's not super heavy. It's not plate mail. She has a sword across her back, but at like the small of her back, and she has a bow across her back as well. Those of you with high religion would recognize this as Sif, the Norse goddess of war, and she pushes him back. Calm yourself. It's obvious that these warriors addressed a problem that we had. We've all seen Kelemvor lately, haven't we? And she kind of like does the thing where she's like holding out her hands, and there are murmurs of agreement around. Some people are
If it helps, we thoroughly interrogated Jurgal and the Raven Queen before we actually committed to this assault.
We sought the approval of all of our gods with the evidence that we had, and we went with their blessing.
Somebody steps forward. This is the truth.
Lily leads
What?
over to Eve.
She says this is the truth.
That's probably not gonna take the sting off of it.
Wait, what?
Couldn't understand you.
She leans over and whispers to Eve. That probably doesn't take the sting off of it.
They're just sore that we got to him first.
Scotty steps forward and says, "This is the truth." And then, after a few moments, the Raven Queen steps forward as well. I gave my champion the blessing she needed to proceed. I believe others
Why
did the
are
same.
we on trial here?
Because we literally killed a god, dum-dum.
We're on
Uh,
trial.
Lathander steps forward. I don't believe this is a trial, and anyone
Oh,
that
no.
thinks this is such is a fool.
As someone who's been in a trial before,
Well,
this
they
is
have
definitely a trial.
they have a right to interrogate us of why we did it. Is that not right?
Lyra finally steps forward, the shifting faces god, and speaks. They are not lying. And every time the light shifts even slightly in their face, oh, excuse me, and their face changes, their voice changes with their face, and they speak up. They are not lying. They speak the truth. How they committed such an act is beyond understanding.
Points to Oz whenever she says that.
But nonetheless, it is the truth. It's called Feeble Mind, Oz, and the Spear of what's its fuck. God damn it. It's called Feeble Mind. Lyra does step back into the shadows. Saloon finally speaks up as well. Have you all had your say? Can we continue with actual business instead of bickering? And several council members kind of like mull it over and murmur to themselves, but most of them step back. One does step forward though. You watch Jergal, and Shonda Cole also at one point does say, "Yeah, I mean, I think they did the right thing." Jergal does step forward for a moment, and addresses the entire council at once as well. Kelemvor was corrupted. It was detected by a wide number of our council, and he was dispatched as was necessary. Look at the wall and tell me how it's grown over the years. Tell me how you have lost followers. Why? It was this corruption in the heart of death, in the heart of our very being. Death is to gods as life is to mortals. We should not be assaulting them. We should be praising them for a job well done. He steps back into the circle.
Feel slimier.
Question. Is he talking about the Wall of Souls?
Yes.
Okay.
This does address an important point of order. Soon, after this step, we will need to address the absence of Kelemvor. I have a plan for that. Like 3 or 4 members of the council kind of start, and then Saloon just shoots them all a glare. That will be a discussion for after. For now, it is time to address the champions. God fucking damn it, Stephen. Knew I should have gotten those business cards made.
Wait, no, you have the resume though. Remember,
It's true.
you printed it out.
saloon places you back down eventually, Lily, and as you return to the center, as you return to the center, she stands. I suppose it is time to reveal the Council's true purpose, and to reveal the next steps of our plan. This is the Council of Eir, as you well know, and our purpose is to shatter the Veil of Mistra, which you also know. What you don't know is what this will do to the world. Toril and Eir are beautiful places, but they have limitations. Once, long ago, they did not. They were complete. They were not separated from the very magic that created them. Mortals, unsurprisingly, did very well in this environment. But now, you see them living in squalor. You see them suffering for no reason other than greed. You see them warring, which admittedly they did before too. And admittedly many of us do. She looks straight over at Tempest, the god of war.
I mean, fights are gonna happen.
Right. But the conditions of Faerun, the conditions of Toril, the conditions of Eir have wilted.
Was the veil not put in place because of mortals' greeds?
It was, but limiting greed in this way, it's not. And one of the gods steps forward. It's what's his name? It is Gond, the god of crafting, and it is the artifacts that you now know are mere worthless trinkets compared to the creations of old. We don't want to bring those ages back. We want to usher in something better. Greed will always exist. You cannot get rid of it. It is a fundamental force. There's a reason that there is a god of greed. Thank goodness they're not on this council. But you can address it when it appears. And this limitation of magic, this limitation of the divine and the mortals, it's wrong. What we want to do is give the mortals all of the room that they need to grow. Toril's been the same place for thousands of years now. At least 2 millennia. It's time that changes. Let them create their tools. Let them bring about their magical rituals that touch the sky. We are few in number here on the council. Most gods want this limitation in place, primarily because they fear their downfall. We do not.
Well, I mean, technically there's a cycle. So, I mean, if they fall, then it's just their time to die? Or passed on?
He hesitates before answering, and after a few moments, you see Lyra step forward again, and we intend to address the nature of immortality itself. There is a kind of limitation of its own there. And we think that by removing the methodologies of which immortality can be obtained, we will spur creation onwards into a different type of world. What they're trying to say is, shall we do this Gods do not retain their immortality. Killing a god currently is virtually impossible, as you found out yourselves. It took an entire squadron of ambassadors to take one single deity down. You are almost deities at night. Instead, we want mortals to be able to choose their own way, to blur the line between the mortal and the divine.
Hence a cycle. If a deity falls, somebody else takes its place.
The idea of portfolios will disappear entirely. To an
So,
extent.
I have something.
Of course.
She reaches into her bag of holding and pulls out. I have to actually find his name again. Valus's head.
Oh, the Illithich?
Yeah.
That was so long ago. Okay.
That was very long ago, yes, and I've been casting fucking Gentle Repose
Gentle
on it.
Repose on it every day.
Yep. Well, not every day, every 10 days.
Yeah, every 10 days.
And studying it. And she takes it out, and I imagine this table. Is there a table that they're all around?
Yeah, there's a table.
Is it huge? I imagine it's huge.
It's decently large.
She like hops up on one of the chairs and like hops up on the table and like fucking places the head down.
I'm Mario!
Look,
Boing.
and she pulls out like a scalpel and like starts to,
Yeah.
cut
starts to
away some of
dissect
the
it.
skin to show the out of character, the circuitry.
Yeah.
This is something completely foreign to me. I would say that it's some kind of magic, but it's not. It's not magic.
You see,
It is a
one-
material construction.
see one deity who is kind of like smaller than most of the others is walking with this walking stick. They have the head of a bull and the body of a human, kind of minotaur-esque, but not quite. It's like very disconnected. They have this long serpentine tail, which eventually ends in a scorpion stinger. And as they walk forward, they have to use the cane to support themselves. And the bull head opens, and you see two eyes inside the mouth of the bull.
Nope.
And it looks
Nope.
Big the nope.
and it looks down at the circuitry in front of it. And it addresses the others. The mouth is not moving when it talks. It just seems to create noise. I have seen this before. It was presented to me when my minions addressed the problem of AshWinter. I believe this is something that AshWinter can use, though we are not sure how yet. It appears to use electricity to store information, which in turn is conveyed into the flesh of the brain. A kind of control device.
This was what I've come to conclude over these years. Something similar to that. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but
You are very intelligent then.
thank you. But look at AshWinter. We know AshWinter is not capable of magic, yet is magical to us because it is beyond our current comprehension of how it came to be. We know that it came from a highly advanced planet or planet within a crystal sphere, I guess, that no longer exists. What?
Cough. Clark's third law.
what I'm trying to get at is this crystal sphere and where AshWinter came from did not seem to have magic, and yet they were still capable of this.
Just like the you hear River kind of pipe up behind you. It's like the Inara in Aurum. They can't cast magic. They can't do the wiggly woos. So they made these gizmos and gadgets, and Ash can fly without magic, and they've got these things called guns, and you point them at people and you pull the trigger and they die. Pretty scary stuff.
Wonder what that would be like if you had added magic behind that.
Oh
So-
no, we've augmented guns with magic. It gets a little scary.
So- My point is, the point I'm trying to make, we humans, mortals, have had limited access to magic, yet we have not created anything remotely similar to this or what River here is mentioning. So why is that?
You see the bull god, who, I mean, your religion's like a billion. This is Ta, the god of knowledge. And Ta kind of straightens himself up a little bit. Magic impedes technological progress, and technological progress impedes magical progress. They are opposites, in a way.
Understandable, but if there is an upper limit to the magical capabilities that mortals can achieve
There is not.
with Mistress Vale in places, they're not.
With Mistress Vale, there is, yes. Without it, though.
Well,
no.
But this is the point I'm trying to make. How long has Mistress Vale been in place?
She's
2 millennia.
saying, why haven't we figured a way to get past our limit?
And no,
Or
in 2 millennia, how far have mortals come technologically?
Almost no progress.
So, with the knowledge that there is a finite limit we can achieve within our magical progress, why have we not turned to technological progress?
that
He
is
kind of breathes. Because most of your problems on the day-to-day can be solved by magic. If you are hurt, you can heal it with magic. If you need to brew a potion, you can do so. If you need to fight, you can do so. Technology is not necessary, and therefore it's not invested into. And vice versa. There is an upper limit on the magic. And so while you lean heavily on it, it also limits you greatly. We could do away with magic completely. We could shatter the idea of magic. And you would turn to technology and you would create another AshWinter in, who knows, 3,000 years.
You don't think that removing the limit on magic would create something similar to AshWinter eventually, but with magic?
Perhaps that is a definite concern, but I believe it is one that we can address.
If you say when the time comes.
um,
Oz leans over to Groin and he's like, why don't we just combine the two?
That was literally the point I was just about to make.
literally just combine the two. Fucking shit, people.
I think if we were to do that, that it could work out good, but it has the potential to be like 20 times as worse, considering you're, using both.
I mean, my body works on both.
No, I
It's true.
understand this, I'm more saying if the worry is that one focus in either way leads to a devastating cataclysmic event, then I think that then our powers combined, it could be something that's even worse.
Or
Just my
even better. It's like peanut butter is good and
You're
chocolate
suggesting
is good.
synthesis.
I mean, if that's what the Sorting Hat says, yeah, sure.
Slytherin.
I mean,
I think that might be what he is implying, and also I think that has the most potential to be good.
I would
When
have to
when
agree.
people when people feel they have options, they're less likely to turn to the extreme.
Agreed.
You see what I'm saying? So, not that I'm not that smart, so this is
No, but
just
you are
the
wise.
rambling.
That is a
No,
different type of intelligence.
it's logical, Rowan, and wise.
Nonetheless, this is the plan. Yeah,
First
yes.
time
Thank you,
seen a
Stephen.
turtle blush.
Oh. Nonetheless, this is the plan that we have decided to go with. We could amplify mortal technology, but a major reason we're doing this is to make mortals less reliant on the gods. We are the core of your society, of all of your societies. And we think it best if that aspect of is toned down at the minimum, if not removed. We can exist without worshippers, without followers, and we will gain followers naturally as leaders, not as simply existing for the sake of existing. Fuck Neil Gaiman. Anyway.
I have a question.
Of course.
This is the thing that's always been bothering me.
Yes.
Do the gods not necessarily serve someone, but is there
Out of character, are you asking if there's a god to the gods?
kind
Tec-
of
technically,
overgod?
there is.
Technically,
A-
there's two.
like an arbiter, I guess?
An elder god.
A creator god.
There, our understanding of deity, of godhood, is, she looks around the room, limited to our own experiences. Many of us achieved godhood through sheer accident, honestly. Some of us lucked into it, others pursued it relentlessly until it was finally theirs. But many of us only experience godhood through the lens of our own perspectives. There are many different types of gods outside of our own crystal sphere. This much we know. However, within our crystal sphere, there is an overlord, an overgod, a chief, whatever you'd like to call them. Their name is Owl.
Is
Can
what?
you spell that?
A-O.
Okay.
However, Owl has been present, has been present, goddamn, has been absent for as long as Mistress Vale has been in place, at least.
Does that mean he's on the other side of the veil or out of the sphere?
We are not certain. There is another overlord, overgod, for the Draconic Pantheon, which we cannot interact with. Their name is Io, which is literally just the letters Io. What we do here today will not affect Io or the Draconic Pantheon or Abia. We are only doing this to Toril. Abia has been left to its fate, unfortunately, and it's not something that we can reverse. Toril, however, we can allow it to flourish. Our intent is not to destabilize, though that will occur. Our intent is to liberate. We want mortals to be able to make their own decisions, their own choices, rather than being told what to do by deities too high and mighty for their own station.
So, another concern.
Of course.
Does the veil not work in protecting Toril from a deity's full power as well?
It does. This will also be addressed during the shattering. There will be unfortunate consequences for some of the deities. Others will persevere. Those on the council will be safe. To shatter Mistress Veil, there must be a sacrifice made. We have that sacrifice prepared already.
What, do you just have a god gagged and bound in a closet somewhere?
Where Lily realizes we are the sacrifice.
Right. We have been hyping you up this whole time, building you up as deities. Now we're going to make you into a deity and then kill you. No. This was a sacrifice freely given. Excuse me.
By who?
That knowledge is secret even to many of the members of this council. They are not on this council. They are not in this room.
Hold on. Was it Kelemvor?
It was not.
If it had
So-
been, I think they'd be more pissed.
His departure is a bit of a setback, as he was required, but nonetheless, we will address that when the time comes.
Oh, fuck off.
I don't. The thing corrupting him, I don't think was going to work with you, considering it said it would see us later.
Oh, no, we understand that, and we are glad that this was discovered. This would have been a wrench in the plans that have been hundreds and hundreds of years in the making. No, instead, we will handle the Kelemvor situation soon. But before we do this, we must deal with AshWinter. And we must deal with Azakiel. They are threats to this plan. And you're here today to assist us.
There is a few more things that we need to do to prep, but killing apparently Nair's disciple who lives is we're going to kill her too.
If this is a part of the plan, then so be it. As long as you do this quickly and effectively. The plan is laid out as so. You will dispatch of either AshWinter or Azakiel first. There is a plan in place for both of them. You have been tracking Azakiel's soul gem, and you know where it is. Destroying that soul gem and then confronting Azakiel and defeating him will rid the world of his presence for good. AshWinter, the way to defeat AshWinter, as we all know, is locked in the Temple of Orn, which is currently guarded heavily, though it is accessible to you. Azakiel is missing one key. This much we know. You have enough.
Are we sure destroying that gem will work? Because he could have made another one.
You cannot duplicate soul gems. And Ta speaks up. Well, actually, you can, but not in the same way that we're referencing here. Carry on.
He's right. I've totally done it.
Well, I mean, I've got a container for his gym already. So,
So
Yes.
do we want like? I might be able to just bring Nair's follower here.
I was thinking about wiping out her entire following she got too.
I suspect if you cut the head off the snake, it may be enough. Though, some of you have resources you could use to ensure that their following does not grow too large. She looks over to Oz.
Oz looks at Thoth and pulls down his pants a little.
He does that like Gohan pulling down his eyelid, flipping him off, mooning him thing.
Fucking damn it, yeah.
So like, Oz, do you just want me to bring her here right now? You can just get this over with.
Do you have another cast of Gate?
I do. I have
Yes.
2 9th level spell slots.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, Jesus.
I mean, let's not bring her here until the meeting is completely over and then kill her. And
Let me
definitely make sure we destroy her soul in the process.
Jesus.
I mean, I would say bring now, because we haven't. I point to all the fucking gods around us.
We're in a
I
confidential
think
meeting. Do you
they'd be-
think her body being here would be an issue, just in case?
I mean,
I think they'd be useful.
Oh god.
I could just then banish her body back to the material plane. She's not from Celestia.
This one's.
Do whatever,
I-
just...
In response to you, Oz. We have entered the temple many times. We have gone through a similar scenario to this before, but nothing quite like this. This meeting is not what I expected, and this was not the original reason the council was formed. Not as far as I understand it.
Good to know.
What was the reason?
They wanted to destroy the other deities outside the council and consolidate power between themselves and then disperse it to chosen individuals, which included
God.
you and your friends.
Yep, that's what I thought we were going through here.
That was the original purpose of the council.
Yeah, I feel like we're still in that. Yeah, because a lot of this just sounds like some of you want to keep the power and not let the other gods have it.
Us?
Yeah, that's what it's sounding like.
See Tempest step forward. We would like to keep some of our power. We are staying gods. We do not want to consolidate in any meaningful manner.
Can I
Yeah.
insight check?
Are we able to insight check a god?
You most certainly can.
So what I'm saying is, it sounds like anyone outside of the council would lose any following, or it would be like
How many modes do we have?
they would just lose. They'd just have to give up their godhood.
No. Toss steps forward. They don't have to give up their godhood.
Toph, I'm not talking to you. I have more followers than you. Please sit down.
If I was him, I'd bitch slap you.
Oof.
He stops talking. He kind of just stands there like you just slapped him across the face. I mean, you did verbally. He just stands there and watches. What?
And scene.
It's okay. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
Just imagine this 30-foot tall being like giving this like fucking like just that meme, that excuse me meme, like
No,
just
it's
like
100%. It's 100%. The stands there, holds his hand up, and goes, "I don't know what my life is for anymore." Oh fucking! Oh my god!
Oz, if
Oh.
someone kills you here, I'm not going to object. Just saying.
Holy shit.
Can I make a perception check to see if any of the gods chuckled at that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I just roll good for once, please?
I rolled a 17 on my insight, by the way.
Seems truthful.
16.
Seems truthful.
I think we all got 16s. Holy shit.
No, I got 10s.
So
16 is to see if anybody laughed at Oz telling bots to sit the fuck down.
yeah, so that 16 perception, you do see Lathander actually has to like cover his mouth and he turns away for a second. Then there's also let's see, yeah, it would be his face is that like, oh, about to see some people die. It's like that reaction. And then there's also you see Sylvanas is now just like the sensible chuckle gif where the guy has like the magazine and he turns it and chuckles. That's Sylvanas right now.
Oz, I'm not gonna object if you kill him. Anyone?
I
Tempest.
will. I object.
Sif kind of calls out for a minute. The fledgling's got guts. I'll give him that.
I'm not a bird.
You are a bird.
Thoth's
Get
a
over
bird.
it.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm not a bird.
Thoth is a bird, though.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not a baby bird.
But you are a fledgling.
You're mortal. You're younger than they are, you dum-dum.
This, Saloon interrupts everyone. This is the next step of the plan. Once you have dealt with Azakeel, claim his essence. Disperse it amongst yourselves, and you shall become lesser deities.
He looks visibly uncomfortable.
Each of the gods on this council is giving some of their power as well back into the world. We will have to be careful that it doesn't just flow into any one person, but this is our intent. We would like you to assist us in this transition, join the Pantheon. You have displayed values of courage, of liberty, of fair play, mostly.
Hey, just because I blew that guy's head off doesn't mean jack shit.
Some of you have displayed qualities which I find perhaps unsavory, but which are useful nonetheless.
Bitch would have done it again. You know it. Eventually.
So, which path are you choosing? Azakeel or AshWinter? And Ta, not Thoth this time, Ta steps forward. You should definitely go for AshWinter. And then Tempest, Azakeel is absolutely the larger threat currently. And several of the gods begin weighing in on each side. It seems like they're fairly split down the middle. And Saloon is now just rubbing like her temples, like gods can get a headache or something.
I thaumaturgy and kind of just do this piercing whistle.
Okay. Thaumaturgy is a cantrip. It can make your voice loud, but it cannot make it loud enough to silence the din of 30-foot-tall deities.
Can I make a check to make it loud enough?
Sure. Roll a spellcasting ability check.
Sure thing. 17.
17. It's very loud. It hurts your ears, and it hurts the ears of everyone around you. It does draw a little attention from some of the deities, but like 5 or 6 of them are still like, well, AshWinter is definitely... No, no, no. Listen, Azakil is much more threatening. Finally, you hear this just boom, and you see Odin step forward.
Hey, let's go, Odin.
Eve gives a thumbs up to Odin.
I am tired of children playing at gods. If you want to act like children, go to your rooms and let the adults talk.
Yes.
Eve gives a
I don't
double
care.
thumbs up.
Many of the gods kind of not cower away from him, but are kind of cowed. Even Tempest kind of steps away from Odin, like, I don't want to fuck with that. And Odin turns to the group. Which do you choose?
Well, let's see. I imagine. Let's see.
This is the DM asking you, are you guys going after Azakil or are you going after AshWinter first? You have two options.
I think we should go after.
I guess you have a third option. You can just go home.
I vote for that one.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch systems here. I have the Animal Crossing tabletop rules in front of me.
Hell yeah, let's go, dog.
Oh.
I said all I wanted to be was a farmer.
I
mean, you're...
Guys, I think we should deal with Azakil first, because if we go for the temple, which he is stationed somewhere outside the temple, and will certainly come out behind us and try to kill us that way, it would be far safer to take care of him first, then the temple.
I would like to deal with Ezekiel first, just to get this looming shadow over my head gone.
Well, it seems that our decision has been made.
I mean, if you guys just would have listened to me in the first place, we could have already dealt with the Azakil problem.
Damn straight.
Hey, I wasn't the one that gave Kind the real gem. And I didn't want him performing that ritual.
For reference, Ren, what I was saying is a vote for Ezekiel.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, okay, so you're number 3 then.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well, there's 6. How do y'all think Sam would vote? I don't know what he would vote.
He'd vote
Sam
with the
would
party.
go with the party, 100%. He would
Yep.
just
Okay.
he would go with the party.
All right. Well, the party hasn't fully decided yet.
He would also lean towards Thor and see whatever Thor says.
What does Thor think? Okay, gotcha. All right, good to know. Oz, what's your vote?
Oz looks towards Jergal and Shandakul
Mm-hmm.
for some kind of guidance.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna roll for each of them to see which one they think is the bigger threat of the two. Odds is Ezekiel, evens is Ashwinter for Jergal.
Funny, you're looking for guidance.
I would look towards Scotty as well. Truth
Okay.
be told.
Okay.
So roll for her as well.
I will. Jergal is on Ezekiel. And he can kill gods. Ashwinter has a difficult time with that. And then God damn it, I knew this was gonna happen too. Shondacool's just like, no man. Ashwinter's like a big cloud of like little tiny things, and like, man, he's kind of scary. I don't know. So they're split. Scotty is pretty quiet and reserved, but she does throw in her vote for Ezekiel.
Again, we know for a fact Azakil is stationed right next to the temple. If he sees us assaulting the temple or going into it, he is going to come in behind us and try to kill us. Just saying.
I've heard. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's way too memey for this conversation. Out of character, I say I've heard butt sex is good though.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God.
I mean, I've run this scenario before.
We have.
Either way, in some of the scenarios, Ezekiel kills us. In some of the scenarios, AshWinter kills us, and some of them, you all die.
People
The
are going to
temple
die.
is a challenge. That necromancer knew how to build the temple and guard it to the point where even deities will not be able to penetrate it easily.
Us?
Yeah.
Oz, do you
You
trust
asked
us
me.
now?
You asked me to trust you. With the whole Kelemvor thing. You remember that?
I asked all of you to trust me.
You did.
And I believe we're all asking you to trust us.
Oh no, I'm asking for a reward.
Oh. A girl after my own heart.
Ein does a
I
spit take
love-
even though he doesn't have lips.
I love the character arc of Lily from.
Oz has corrupted the Lily a little bit. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Lily just bought someone's vote. I feel like this is anti-democratic.
So America?
Whoa.
Bend them to your will. That's how you do it.
Okay.
We are so bad for you, Lily. You need to get away from us.
All right. Spirit, what's your vote? Seraph. Oh, is she gone? I think her internet's still messing up.
She dead.
Yeah, I haven't heard her for a little bit.
Kayla.
Spirit, are you here? Spirit. So how many votes do we have for
Oh.
Ezekiel now? Oh, hey,
Spirit.
hi, Spirit.
How about you vote?
It's. I asked if my vote even matters anymore.
It does.
Yeah, your vote matters.
No, I mean that's not. That's not what I mean.
No, I mean
Like,
your vote literally
does my-
matters.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Please tell me I'm not the deciding vote, for fuck's sakes.
You're not.
You're not.
Okay.
We still don't know one other person's vote. So
Ugh. I don't really know much about either of them.
Both are bad. One can
I-
come in and kill us from behind if we try to go for one.
What the fuck are we doing about Ruthramar?
We are going to kill him first.
that is part of Ezekiel's descent.
Yeah.
Oh, then I double
We
vote for
kind of
this.
sort of have to stop him from summoning the deep one, whatever the fuck that is. Remember?
Go through loop.
It's actually Slack or Fell, but whatever. Yeah, sure.
It was Slackofell. Sorry.
You're
No,
telling
the deep one is what y'all know. But yeah, anyway.
You're telling me that the plan to avenge my father involves killing my real father.
Yes.
Whoa.
Unless if you want him to go wild and summon a crazy like god baby.
Some Game
Oh.
of Thrones shit.
No, I absolutely fucking want him dead.
Okay.
He's a piece of shit.
That's a first.
Really? We have to kill your dad?
Yeah, no, let's do
Again.
First time was an accident.
it.
I don't.
He's the anime protagonist.
Well, Jeff, what's your vote, sweetie?
He looks at you. Voting was not a thing until the late 200s.
Oh, sweetheart.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Someone fact check that.
Hey, it says spout lore. It doesn't say spout accuracy.
Sloan, you've been around since the beginning. Can you fact check that?
Actually, no, that's correct. Yeah, apparently voting was invented in 276.
How old
Oh,
are
Jeff.
you? Looks at Jeff.
has.
I wonder if he's of legendary importance.
I mean, if you want
What
to
if
find
Jeff
out,
is Ezekiel this whole time?
Boom, boom, boom. You would need his. Yes, it is. Yes, it is Oz. Oh, this gets even weirder. I hope you're fucking ready for this shit, because it's gonna get great.
This is so good because, like, Ruthramar worships fucking. Oh, I don't know if anybody else knows that.
he
worships
worships
the
the
thing
god
that
of
Oz knows
water
is real.
or something.
Boom, 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 boom.
No.
He worships.
I forgot what her name is.
I'm not saying anything. I went back to
All
shooting
I
myself.
know is that he seems to have fallen in love with her, or he's batshit crazy for her. Something like that.
Something Groin votes for the
So-
one that gets us to shooting things faster.
Right. So, it seems that our votes have been cast and decided. You'll go after Ezekiel. To do this, you'll need to address the problem of Ruthramar first, as Ezekiel is using him. Slaggerfell, the Deep One, if he is summoned, will not be quite as potent as Ruthramar is hoping. Ezekiel will bend the Great Deep One under his control. And then he will have a demigod under his control as a demigod.
I'm just happy we stopped the ungod dead, baby.
That was also quite fortunate, as Atropol's existence is difficult for gods to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
We can't harm Atropol's.
Did you thoroughly make sure that gets destroyed? I don't want that
Yeah,
coming back and biting us in the ass later.
What did you do with it?
I feel like this is a question we don't want the answer to.
She just stares at you for a moment. Unsavory things.
The
Tempest
mind
speaks
left
up.
to wonder is not a
As
good
long
thing.
as it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass later, I don't care what you did with it. Just make sure it's gone, destroyed, whatever.
Tempest speaks up here. It's in many pieces in the astral plane.
Huh?
Good.
You must address the problem of Ruthramar, and from here you must address the issue of Ezekiel's soul gem before you can kill Ezekiel.
That is fine.
Ruthramar, and she looks down, and there's this little mirror that she picks up, is not far off of completing his ritual. She sets the mirror down. My recommendation is to that first.
Then Limbo, got it. Or should we do Limbo first to get the soul gem and then...
We should probably deal with Ruthramar first.
Okay, Ruthramar first, then Limbo, got it. We should make sure Scylla is ready to go.
I forgot about her.
That's why we're
I
going
did.
to Limbo.
Very well, it has been decided. And she kind of slams down her arm on the chair, and the council kind of starts to part ways a little bit. And she looks to all of you. You may use, and you watch this gate appear out of the floor. My gate to return to wherever you like.
Where did we pull you from, River?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
You pulled me out of her head. It was real weird.
No,
I
I
learned how to
meant
do that.
to get here.
Oh, I was back at the Midnight Order headquarters in Jor. I was cooking some breakfast,
Okay.
cooking some runs, you know?
Would Triss be there?
Yeah, Triss was there.
Okay.
She was keeping a close eye on me. I tried to sneak away once and she stabbed me in the leg.
Oh, we should probably get you back to her before she comes down and hunts you down.
Yep. Just thought about that. Probably gonna be a fucking traitor.
I'll go with
Okay.
you to explain where you were.
Yeah, shite.
Tell her if she has a problem with it, she can fight me.
I don't think she wants to fight you.
I don't think
I
she
think
does
she wants
either.
to sleep. I haven't seen that woman sleep in like 2 weeks. She looks like death.
I'll be collecting on what your mother told me, that she's gonna teach me something. I'll be collecting on that.
Mother, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Lily.
Okay.
Because she traded the Blightwire,
Oh yeah.
to the Midnight Inn. I'll be collecting on that spell. I'm gonna make sure she gets back before Triss sends out a hunting party for her.
Very well. You can use the portal to go anywhere you'd like within Toril. It will take you there accurately and safely.
I am.
Where are we gonna collectively meet up at?
She kind of come here, and she points to you, Lily. And as you approach, she takes her hand out, which one of her fingers is basically as tall as you, and she just gently taps the top of your head, and you feel this just surge of power go through you for a second. Your second 9th level spell slot is restored.
Oh.
That's
All
all I
right.
can do for you today.
Thank you. I was literally just having a thought.
I know. Go forth, champions. Time, and she looks at the mirror, is short.
Okay. I will. Where do you guys want to meet up at? Want to meet up at Waterdeep? You can go into my inn there.
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you guys all come to my farm?
But that's in Hillspar, isn't it?
It's just
No.
outside of Hillspar. Oh, is it not?
It's outside of Waterdeep, remember? Because I teach at the Lyceum
Oh.
Oh.
and have a bar in Waterdeep.
Neverwinter. You're thinking of Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. That's the fucking words.
That's right. Yeah, that's it.
Waterdeep is way south of Neverwinter.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, okay? Name's no good.
There's only 3 cities.
Well, I mean,
Name's
Four.
no good.
There.
when you're ready to launch the assaults, once I get her back, I've got a sending stone to you, Lily.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when I'm at my. I don't know what you would call it. It's a big building with a lot of functions.
Okay. Are you all stepping through the gate? What is your destination?
I'm not.
Okay. What are you doing?
I want to cast a couple of spells.
Okay. What are you casting?
Well, first off, I cast Legend Lore on the tree branch thing that I have a sample of.
Okay.
Second off, I wanted to cast Legend Lore on I forget what it was called, the gate something. We were talking about it earlier. The
Aether Gate.
Yeah, the Aether Gate. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the Aether Gate, it does not return anything. There's nothing. For the tree branch, or the little squiggly, you have a moment where it seems like the legend lore isn't doing anything, and then you start getting this just flood of information, which I will give all of that information to you momentarily. For right now, let's go ahead and just take a bio. We've probably got like an hour of the session left. Y'all want? We could go a little longer tonight. It's up to y'all. So,
I'm down.
I
with
got to
going
go
a little longer.
bathroom anyway and
Yeah, me too.
stretch.
yeah, it's bad. our elbows attractive to manatees? We have.
Oh God, I just unmuted to that.
Alright.
Shit.
I have a question.
Okay.
I want to ask Saloon.
Okay.
Is the Aether Gate on the Prime Material Plane?
She narrows her eyes. I'm not sure. Aether gates. Well, we've never managed to find one. There's a gate of phlogiston that allows you to travel through it. We don't have the ability to create one, unfortunately. They exist naturally.
Out of character, can the gods like our powers combine this shit?
No.
Is now is it only like, can there be multiple or is only one?
Oh yeah, I can answer that. You can have multiple Aether gates. We know that there's one on Aurum, and we know that there's one here. So there's gotta be at least more than one.
Multiple as in like on any given plane.
We're not sure. There could be many. There could be singular. We've never encountered one.
To be fair, I have to imagine that they can't give you an appropriate answer because they haven't even found one yet.
Or studied.
River,
They are a necessary consequence to the existence of phlogiston and its intertwined nature with souls.
do we have a description of one? A picture, maybe? Oh, okay.
Item card?
Sorry, I was being handed ramen, and I really cannot turn down ramen, honestly.
You're good.
Ramen.
Do we have a description of one or a picture?
A saloon kind of, like, almost shrugs, and then we just know that they exist.
River, you said there's one on Arm.
Yeah, we know there's one on Aurum.
Have you found
Somebody used it at some point. No, we haven't found it.
Have you ever seen one?
Nope. We just know it because it fucking killed half the continent when it activated.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. Not the happiest of circumstances, eh?
can they move?
Not sure. Not sure. We know it's not where we thought it was. We know it's not in the same place that it was, so probably.
I think it moves.
You activate it, and then it, like, scatters to the wind or something, like some kind of, like, weird spheres.
Shut the fuck up.
What the hell was that?
Fucking Dragon Ball reference.
I'd be more angry if I wasn't eating Oreos.
Okay. All right. Well, there's only one way to find out if this works or not.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
What are you finding out?
I
Cast gate.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was asking earlier because I was just going to cast Gate to 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
no,
it's not a creature.
it is not.
Makes me sad.
I mean, if we had a description of it, I could probably draw it, but since we don't, kind of like that creature you saw that Ezekiel was controlling was.
And Legend Lore gave me nothing about it.
Literally nothing. Like it doesn't exist.
What if it's something? It's
If you legend lore, and you've done this, Lily would have done this at some point. If you legend lore like the basic fundamental forces of the universe, you also don't get anything at all. So if you like legend lore gravity, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, but I was Legend Loring.
it's something that's fundamental.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
what I was getting at.
Well, that's phlogiston, right? But not the Aether Gates. They manipulate phlogiston to allow travel between the crystal spheres, right?
Pretty much. They work in a really specific way, and yeah, they aren't so much separate from phlogiston as a consequence of phlogiston, much as black holes are a consequence of gravity.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Anyway, all right.
Brain hurt.
Brain
Now I
hurt.
want hurt other people brain.
I wish we could.
My inner physics nerd immediately clicked with that and was like, "Oh yeah, I understand this now."
No,
I actually understood it, but
I
still.
understood it too. I was like, okay.
All right. So, are you guys stepping through the gate? Who are you going after first? And what are you doing next now that the meeting is over?
Looks like we're going after one Ruthramar.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm taking River home though. Oh, to Trist.
Exiting Mount Celestia through the gate that you have been provided with. Each of you go to your respective destinations. Where are you all headed? It's not an answer that I have yet.
If are we doing like a split up and then come back together thing? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I told you guys we should probably meet up in my inside my inn/place.
Yeah, I just didn't. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand the point of that.
Well, I mean, it's in Waterdeep, so say that we entered town, then his spies would know we were there. If you're inside my inn, or some respective element of my inn, he's not gonna know we're there.
I'm saying, why aren't we just going to him?
Because River is with us, and I don't think
I
we
mean,
want
she
to drag
can take
her.
the gate to her own place.
I'm going to make sure she gets back. Because I need to talk
that's
to Trist.
Not necessary at all.
Trist has something I want. And Darkwire here has been wanting to be with his brother.
Oh wait, are we doing that right now? Oh shit, fuck.
All
So,
right, then.
how are you handling this?
Or we could just go to Ruthramar.
No, you can go do with your thing. That gives me time to deal with something that I'm curious about.
Okay. So where is everybody
I'm just
going?
gonna go chill on my farm until we're ready to go.
Okay.
Oz would go back to his ships, just to see if they have collected any information on Ruthramar's whereabouts or anything like that.
Okay. All right.
Oz have a way off the ships.
Yeah, there's a gate on them that you put there, like a what's it called?
Teleportation circle.
Thank you. The only I could only think of like Cullis gates from Fable. That's the only thing I could think of it.
Oh my god! Wow. Hold up. Nostalgia. Hello.
Yeah.
Wow. I just got thrown the fuck back. Okay. All right. So, Oz, do you return to your ships? Gather some information from the collective. You find that they know. Well, you already know where Ruthramar generally is, but the information that you do get is that currently there have been a number of strange occurrences just outside of Waterdeep, near the Waterdeep docks. There are creatures that are appearing underwater, and they have been, while manageable, they have been escalating in not necessarily size, but threat level. Basically, it's Pacific Rim Waterdeep Edition. And so there is definitely some strange activity occurring in Waterdeep currently. Authorities are investigating it, but currently nobody has any idea what's causing it.
So make the rituals underwater.
You don't know.
I know where I want to go.
Okay, where are you going?
Val's office in the Neverwinter Lyceum.
Okay. You appear in Val's office in the Neverwinter Lyceum. It is dark in here. The door is closed. and you're alone in this room.
Fuck. All right, ascend ascending door.
Okay, roll a d100.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Where the fuck is she?
Nice. Okay. What are you saying?
Where you at?
Is that all you say?
Yeah.
She just returns. Hello, Lenora. Discovering planar secrets. You also, at the end of the message, she goes, hell's kind of cool.
Of course she'd be in hell. Why not?
You think she's gonna get her hands on a book of like occult planar lore and not use the fuck out of it?
No, that's fair. Gonna send another setting. What do you know about Aether Gates?
Fucking fuck. Whoa.
Please tell me it was a nat 20.
It was. That's a 37. Shit. Mythical things that allow you to travel between crystal spheres, which probably don't exist, but actually probably do, because I've got a book on planar lore that discusses them in detail.
Gonna send another sending where?
In my hands, in hell.
Send another setting. Need it now, please.
I'm really just going like, I could cast Gate, like right now.
Do you?
I'm debating it.
Would
Yeah,
your
fuck it. I can leave
would
the
your
portal open.
mother?
It's fine. Yeah, I cast Gate.
I have a question. Would your mother do it to you if you had something she wanted?
Oh, she totally.
Unquestionably.
Yeah.
Then be her daughter, Lily.
You find Val tipping through the portal along with 3 large red and blue demons covered in this like lava stuff that just come through the portal with her. As they fall on top of her, she throws both of her hands up. The blue shield kind of appears over the top of her as Demon's axe slams down, nearly penetrates the shield, and she points a finger forward, and all 3 of them just disintegrate. That was really... She stands up, she points a finger at you for a second. What?
I mean, I need a description on the Aether Gate. Is it in that book?
Flips, like, she slams down a dagger that's covered in demon blood, like, used for a ritual. Flips through the book. Yeah, right here.
Slam that
memorize
she
it or
decided she wanted a daughter.
She shows you a couple of pages on the Aether Gate. This is a natural consequence of the existence of phlogiston intertwined with souls. There is only ever one Aether Gate that can be activated per crystal sphere, and that Aether Gate can move every time that it is used. The Aether Gate allows basically anyone who uses it to travel between the crystal spheres at their whim. And once you use an Aether Gate, you always know the location of the Aether Gate on the crystal sphere that you visit afterwards. So if you go from Arum to Faerun, or Arum to Toril, you will always know the location of the Aether Gate in Toril until somebody uses it again. They are typically considered mythical. However, more or less, there are a handful of wizards throughout time who have proven that they exist. There is the account of one of them using one, which required a sacrifice. The Aether Gate needed to be opened, and in order to open it, he had to remove his hand. There was another one who wound up mostly being completely and totally devoured by the sheer force of the Aether Gate opening, though he did emerge on the other side, just altered slightly as he spawned not as a person but as a cat. So they're a little risky to use, but
Meow.
with proper control, one can use them to travel between the crystal spheres, supposedly.
Okay, so that's information on it. Okay, that works perfectly. Thank you.
Grabs the dagger off the desk and walks back through the gate.
All right, cool. I drop it.
You-
And then
you see, just before you drop it, you see a Balor just crash into her. She just like gate closes.
she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, I cast Find the Path.
All right. You cast Find the Path to what? To the Aether Gate?
Yeah.
Oh, that was definition.
She is familiar with it now.
Yeah.
Definition. You know how far it is. That's what I needed to know. You know how far it is and what direction it lies while you're traveling there, or whatever. Whenever you are presented with a choice of paths along the way, you automatically determine if that's the shortest direct route. Concentration up to 1 day. Okay, yeah. You know that the Aether Gate currently from your position, you're in the Neverwinter Lyceum. The Aether Gate from your position is... Put it about... I don't know, probably like 2,000 miles away from you. Far to the south. Kind of to the south, a little to the southwest.
No.
Which direction is that?
Owned.
No.
Owned.
Is it the
No.
temple?
Owned.
It's on the island, isn't it?
Owned. You have to go back.
It's fucking. Where's
Hold
that?
on,
At?
there multiple? Hold on. What happened?
Oh god, what the hell? I'm still loading in.
Oh, there are multiple. The fuck?
The fuck happened here?
What the
I have no
hell?
idea.
Chult. Is it on Chult?
I don't know. Probably.
Fuck! I cast teleportation circle to Chult because I have one of those.
Are you trying to get to the Aether Gate?
No, I'm just trying to figure out where it is.
Okay, all right. We'll get you start casting teleportation circle to Schult. All right.
Where's
Groin, you get to your farm.
Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Your onions are growing very nicely. You also have some.
How about
Huh?
the wheat and the barley?
Yep, the wheat and the barley. Growing pretty growing pretty great. Let's see. Okay. So your wheat is doing really well. The barley could be doing better, but it's doing pretty good overall. You might need to give it a little bit of a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
The barley needs some assistance.
Yeah, that would be southwest, I think.
Hey, we're gonna say that this is taking more than a day, so I
Yeah.
can like theoretically use spells and that aren't prepared right now, and they'll,
Sure.
for like, I'm gonna use talk to plants.
Okay. I think we've used this spell once the whole campaign, and it's the best spell
know.
in the game. All right. So you talk to plants. Are you talking to the barley?
Yeah.
There's like 3 little stalks of barley there that are just like, as you kind of look down at them, you talk to plants, and one of them just looks up at you and goes, "Man, it's fucking hot down here, man." And then one of them looks, "Can you not be so loud?" And then the third one, "Can you save me from them, please? Just pick me out of the ground. Do it."
What seems to be the problem? He says it's hot. You say he's annoying.
Yes.
Why aren't you growing?
Oh, because we need more nutrients. The soil, it's great, but it's tapped. We need more. Kill him. Kill him and
Make him my nutrients.
kill him. And I shall use his body for fertilizer, and we shall grow to heights not seen before in barley kind. Man, you're crazy.
Kill them both.
He's tripping balls.
All right. First off, I'm going to cast Good Berry, and I'm going to bury good berries underneath it to provide them with more
Oh
nutrients.
wow. Okay, yeah, I like that. I dig that. Okay, got some good berries, kind of. Well, you go. The slow one kind of go. Is this cannibalism? And then like you bury the good berries underneath. Guess we'll find out.
And then I'm going to use shape water to kind of make the
like
water move over it to kind of divest the nutrients across all the plants.
Okay, okay. You get like use shape water to create like this little irrigation system that really kind of helps them grow. Okay. This part takes you a while. This is like a 2 or 3 hour job.
So,
Shape water is tiny. What's up?
and
Uh-huh.
I feel like I wouldn't be doing Lily. I feel like I'd be doing Lily a disservice, so I didn't ask this.
Uh-huh.
You're using magic to grow plants the old-fashioned way. When you have a spell that can accelerate and magically grow plants.
Makes them taste better.
Yes.
All right. Just wanted to make sure.
It's the catharsis.
1, it's the catharsis. 2, it makes them taste better. 3, I didn't realize I had plant growth until I had already.
So yeah, the barley is talking to you as you go along. There are many different types of personalities in these barley plants. One of them goes, "You want to fucking fight me? You put me in this ground and you can take me out. Get the fuck over here." Most of them are just like, "Oh, ooh, water, yeah." And then one of them is like, clearly the nutrients are getting to this one's head as he just, "Man, that feels pretty good. You can keep doing that, man. Please, yeah, dude." But you do get the barley kind of leveled out and get a ton of nutrients going with between good berry and shape water. Probably gonna grow pretty well then.
There's a bird that always hangs around here because I decided there's a bird that always hangs around here.
I like that. Okay.
And I'm gonna use speak with animals and just real quick tell him, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to go and grab some like berries or something daily and just kind of populate the field over with some more nutrients, please. That'd be quite kind of you.
Kind of cocks his head to the side. Berries?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Birds don't talk like that. Yeah, totally. I can do that for you. Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything else I can get for you today?
You can.
You know, this is going to
Have
cost
a
you,
good
though.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, I give him some good berries. Will this work?
Snaps one up. Yeah. Let's go. Give me some of these when you get back, and we have a deal. I want, like, a lot of it. Oh, my God. So good.
You got it. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Terrence. You just call me Terry.
All right, Terry. You got it.
Yeah, thanks. All right, I'm going to go get some blackberries. And... oh, my goodness. Can you tell... You can talk to animals. Yeah, it's good. You can talk to animals, right? You could, like, you know, like lie to the worms, get them to come to the surface. Get some bugs to just kind of chill out near me.
Oh, I turn to the earth. Hey, worms, if you could come up, it'd
Roll a
be helpful.
persuasion check.
Oh god. Those poor
Persuade the
worms.
worms to do your bidding.
It's called animal handling. 2.
Oh my god. You're -1. You rolled a natural 19.
Nice.
Okay.
It's fitting that the only shit I roll good on is like stupid shit like the
No, it's
friend
perfect.
lizard and controlling worms.
God, that's fucking fantastic. Yeah. No, you managed to persuade all of these worms
I
to
forgot about friend.
Oh, I did not forget about friend. We have a feat specifically from
Poor friend.
that encounter. So yeah,
Friend.
you managed to persuade many worms to come out, and they're like, "Oh, what's up? What are you doing? What are you calling us for?" And then the bird just hops down and starts.
Well,
It's a cycle of life,
I
baby.
need
He
some
says as he
help.
just picks some more up.
I need some help. I need to gather a couple to fish. Would anybody like to become part of the greater cycle of the world?
Sounds like a cult.
What?
This sounds like a cult. One of the worms is like, I have a higher purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming worms have like 1 int, so.
Like -1, honestly. Worms don't even have brains. They don't have an intelligence. They're just like,
But
yeah,
you can
sure,
still talk
man.
to him.
Alright, so I'm yeah.
Okay. Grab a couple of worms and
Couldn't go
Bert-
fishing.
yeah, take them and go fishing and chill out. You're talking to like there's a what are those birds called that'll chill out in like rivers and stuff? Yo, what's up? I don't remember. There's one of those. They're like it starts with an E. Anyways, there's one of them just kind of chilling out, and you're just kind of having this conversation with him while you two are both fishing.
Egret. There we go.
Egrets. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's like an
I was
egret
like,
off the side.
that was gonna bother me.
And yeah, you guys have a nice long conversation. You catch some fish and tend to the farm. Oz. There is a scuffle aboard your ship at one point during this day. One of the officers apparently has now assaulted one of the deckhands on one of the main ships. Yeah. One of the officers has apparently assaulted one of the deckhands on the ships. He claims that the deckhand talked back to him, and the deckhand claims that the officer was attempting to steal his like heirloom knife. The officer says that this is not the case.
He was commandeering it instead.
They are brought before you as there was a bit of a scuffle, and an entire barrel of gunpowder for the cannons was knocked overboard. Just a measly, 25,000 gold pieces.
Over a knife.
Mm-hmm. How do you handle it, Oz? Oh, Oz is dead.
McRib.
McRib.
Oz.
Move over to Eve. All right, Eve, what are you doing?
Well, I'm taking River back to the Midnight Inn, so Trish
Okay.
doesn't hunt her down, kill her,
Okay, so you take River back to the Midnight Inn.
and then
You arrive at the Midnight Inn in Jor, and River's with you, and she is immediately apprehended by agents of the Midnight Order and taken to a special holding cell. And she says,
No.
"Don't worry about me. I'll be fine."
no, drop, let her go. We borrowed her. It's okay. She didn't run away.
This is under the orders of Tristram. I'm not allowed to disobey them. Thank you. Sorry. Move along. Takes River down this hallway, and River's just go tell Triss that she's a bitch, and I'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
You do kind of look, and you eventually do find Triss.
Did you have to apprehend her as soon as I brought her back?
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
River.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just how this works.
You're treating her like a prisoner.
She is.
Why?
She knew how to cross crystal fucking spheres. You think I'd let her get out of my sights?
It was a one-time thing, and she can't get back through. She used the spell scroll.
Okay, great. Well, she did it once. Maybe we can find out how maybe we can find out how that spell scroll works.
And how's that going whenever she's in a jail cell?
She hasn't been in a jail cell up till now, and she's not going to stay in that jail cell. I just need to make sure she's safe for now.
She's safe. She was with us in Celestia. I was going to tell Lily to message you and her before pulling her, but
Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. She'll be fine. We're not gonna hurt her or anything. What do you need?
you have Darkwire's brother. Where is he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Darkwire,
Yes.
do you know where your brother is?
I don't feel him. What was that?
Somebody from the Midnight Inn commandeered Lightwire from Val, trading secrets and claiming they were from the Midnight Inn.
Yeah, that sounds like a Val problem. It's not something that we did.
Dun dun.
Yeah, you'll just have to take that up with her. For right now, I'm pretty busy, so...
I did take it up with her. She told
what'd
me
she
what
have to
she
say?
did.
Okay,
She traded him for secrets from a person claiming to be from the Midnight Inn.
we can put some agents on it if you want. Devote 2 or 3 agents to see if they can track him. I mean, they can just go to her house, right? Just take a look there. Be able to track that guy and then find him.
What else?
I'm pretty sure that house is gone. I'm pretty sure it teleported away whenever somebody tried to kill her, which was Ethelos.
Hmm. Well, regardless, I don't know. I don't know about your dagger. I'm sorry.
Fuck this boss. Sorry.
Amen. Anyways, do you have anything else that you need to bug me about? I'm busy.
I guess not.
Okay, great. Bye. Like, pushes you out of her office almost and then shuts the door behind you. One of the guards outside just... Yeah, steer clear of her if I were you. She's been a fucking bitch lately. Just... Honestly, no point dealing with her right now. Been real pissed off the last couple of days. We got no idea why.
Why don't you know why?
Because I'm a guard. I guard things.
I'm not paid to ask questions.
But seriously.
Oz, are you alive?
I'm just gonna
Oh.
teleportation circle to Waterdeep.
Teleportation circle to Waterdeep then. Alright. You all kind of coalesce over the next couple of days. Spirit, are you... Hold on, Spirit, are you here to be able to do anything, or is your internet just shitting itself again? She's
I'm
dead.
kind of here.
Oh,
No,
oh.
it kind of caught up with the last part of the sentence. I was like, shit, I'm here.
Oh, okay, are you here? Is your
Kind of,
internet...
sort of, yeah.
Okay, great, cool.
I'm sorry.
So... Spirit, are you? Where do you go after the meeting? I don't know if you've been able to catch what's going on with everything.
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Not really, though.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. What were you asking, Heather?
Did it do it again?
No.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll go look for Talik at the at my inn. See if he's there.
So,
Okay.
we weren't going for Ruthramar right away?
Apparently,
Ruthramar?
the plan was going to be to teleport to Ruthramar, but Eve wanted to try to get Dark Wire from the Midnight Inn before, or
Lightwire.
Bright Wire before. Yeah, Bright
Bright.
Wire with an R. From the Midnight Inn before they went, but yeah, that has.
I
been
was just
a
taking an
first.
hour to
Yeah, and
narrow
was
the
taking-
search down.
to narrow the search down, right?
I was taking a few hours to fish and grow some shit.
Which you have done. And yeah, Seraph, do you know what you'd be doing during this time? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get everybody to coalesce. We're gonna wrap up the end of the session with y'all starting off on your adventure, and we'll pick up next session with actual combat.
I don't think there's anything I would have needed to do.
Okay. Kind of take a step back. Are you assisting anybody? Are you do you just like go to Waterdeep and like chill?
If anyone needed help.
Okay. Lily, you arrive on Schult. You're finding the path, takes you in a kind of points you towards the center of the island. It's
So, like-
Towards
I-
the chaos
yeah,
or the
Yeah,
order?
it's not towards either of those temples.
I know for a fact I have the teleportation circle for Port near Anzaro.
Yes.
Near Anzaro.
Near
Yeah. So, how far away is it?
Far enough away that you can tell it's roughly around the center of the island.
Let's see,
Roughly 2 days travel by foot.
okay.
23, and then this be... Yeah, it's like 350 miles away.
All right.
Oh, okay. You just leaving it there?
Yep.
All right.
I know where it is now.
You do. It is somewhere in the center of Chult.
Yep.
Because of course it is. All right.
Yep.
Everything leads back to Chult. You all kind of finish your tasks for the day, and then begin kind of coalescing in Waterdeep. One by one, you appear and meet, and prepare to set out to assault Ruthramar. What?
I do have a question for Sloan.
Okay.
If I were to go to another crystal sphere, would I maintain my ability to cast spells?
As far as it's her understanding, perhaps, but maybe not to the effect that you have right now, as she is augmenting your powers, though you do have many of your own at this point.
Okay.
AKA, she might not be able to help you very well.
All right. So as you all kind of coalesce in Waterdeep and begin to gather your forces, Oz gains quite a bit of intel from his time on his ship. Ruthramar, they have spies in the Kraken Society. Ruthramar has been working tirelessly for the last year on this ritual, and it has begun. The ritual lasts roughly 10 days, and this is, judging by the sightings of monsters, as seems to be kind of like a side effect of the ritual, this is probably the 9th day at this point. So you're coming up towards the end of the ritual. By the time you storm the place, it will probably be the final day, more or less. And so time is of the essence. Time is short, but it is not immediately urgent. And you also have decent amount of knowledge of the temple itself. The temple contains a hidden entrance in the back underneath the statue of a large kraken that is slaying a frost giant. And this statue
Whoa.
kind of slides back and reveals underneath it this secret entrance that leads into the actual temple of the storm goddess below.
You can't just be dropping shit like that.
Wait, what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No idea what
Cthulhu?
you're talking about. Anyway, and so from there, the actual temple of the storm goddess is below, and that is where the ritual is being held. The kind of main temple that everybody sees in Waterdeep is just totally a front. And so you gather and begin your planning stages. You're also served delicious food by Rutherford P. Smashy Smash III, the beholder that lives underneath Eve's Inn now. And as you all kind of gain your rest, I'm assuming you're all resting for the day since spells were used and stuff.
Sure.
As you all rest for the day, you wake the next day, gather your things, and set off towards the Temple of Umberlee in Waterdeep. And that is where we will go ahead and end tonight's session.